Right now, we say good morning to attorney Jeremy Rosenthal, friend of the program and founder of TexasDefenseFirm.com, talking about all things Diddy. And I mean, that verdict yesterday, did it catch you by surprise as well, or what?
Not after the deliberations. The more questions you give jurors, the more they're going to split these things up. Everybody won yesterday. Everybody lost yesterday. That's a good result, right? Where everybody's happy and nobody's happy. It seems like they convicted Diddy of a lot of the egregious things. I mean, certainly he's not a pleasant person, but the government charged him with being the scumbag of the century, and RICO and a lot of these other federal charges are just really technical, and they're really hard to prove, and the government just didn't get there. But Diddy's going to go to jail for a while.
Well, and when you say for a while, how long could he potentially go to jail for?
If I was a betting man, I'd say 7, 8, 9 years, somewhere in there. He's looking at 2 10-year sentences. The judge can run those what's called consecutively, meaning that you can serve one term and then the other, or the default in the federal system is that they're concurrent, they're at the same time. And it's really more complicated than that. They go by what's called the federal sentencing guidelines. That's what they're going to spend the next 3 months sort of figuring out. But the judge was not happy with Diddy. Diddy asked for bail pending his appeal, and the judge didn't say no. The judge said H-E-double hockey sticks no.
Oh,
so yeah, it was, yeah. So if that's an indication, this is not looking good.
So and real quick, so the notion that Diddy could walk, because we were kind of seeing that on social media a little bit yesterday, and people were flabbergasted, but that is not accurate, right?
No, and look, Diddy can celebrate. He can feel good about. He's going to get to breathe free air again in his life, but in a year or 2 years or 3 years, this is going to feel like a loss for Diddy. He's going to wake up in jail. It's no fun. The jurors certainly think that he earned it. There's a lot of evidence that he's got what's coming to him. This amount of time in the federal pen is not a win, but he does get to, again, breathe free air at some point in his life.
We're talking live with attorney Jeremy Rosenthal, founder of TexasDefenseFirm.com. What were some of the most serious charges that Diddy could have been convicted of in all this?
The big charge was the RICO Act violation, and essentially think of mafia. That's kind of what the RICO Act was intended to do. It is more than just it's more than just crime. It's more than just prostitution. It's more than just extortion and intimidation or bribery. It is an organized venture to do that, and that's kind of what they said Diddy was. They tried to turn his entourage, if you will, or his entities into a mafia-like business, and I think that's why they just couldn't get there. The defense tried to normalize a lot of the relationships between him, Cassie Ventura, and yeah, but that's why that reach might have been just a little too much.
It's possible. I'm assuming that we could see some civil trials. Could people actually file civil litigation against Diddy, or have they already? Do you know if they've already started filing those?
Yeah, they have actually started filing these things, and his empire is crumbling. All of his marketing, all of his money, Sean John, his brands are sort of, they're all in the toilet, really. But in fact, Cassie Ventura initially filed a lawsuit against him, and he settled it the same day. And this was back in 2023, but that gave the feds all the breadcrumbs they needed. And not long after, 2 or 3 months after that, they went to school on it, and they raided his houses on both coasts, if you remember. Mm-hmm. And then everybody else comes out of the woodwork and is jumping on the pile here. So yes, he's got a lot of legal fun, and the great news is plenty of lawyers are going to get paid everywhere because of Diddy. So thank you.
Right, no doubt. Now, I mean, goodness, Diddy was a major force in entertainment and businessman. I mean, he had it all, it seemed, at one point, and a lot of money to boot. So does he have any kind of future from this? Or does he just slither away off into the night and just he goes off? I mean, why do you come back from something like this when all of these horrific details are out?
I don't know that you can, but that's up to him. That's what life is about, right? He's going to get to pay his debt to society. Everything around him is going to crumble. He's going to get out of prison at some point, maybe in 10 years. And it's going to be up to him what he can do to put this back together. And hopefully he does it in a way that's positive and constructive, and he can try to do something with a lot of this infamy and notoriety that sort of puts it together in a way that we can learn from it, and that other people don't get abused or hurt in the future because of the things that he did and the things that his entourage did.
All right, fantastic insight. We will have you back, hopefully to never speak of this again, but other legal things. Attorney Jeremy Rosenthal, founder of TexasDefenseFirm.com. Thank you so much for being on the show. Always a pleasure to have you. Have a great 4th, by the way.
Thank you. You too, Carla. You too, Hal. Thank you.